Hi y'all, it's Tara coming back with another video. I wanted to feature two exciting new things that I got last weekend. So me and my cousin went for a late birthday lunch on this place called Fillmore Street in San Francisco. And there's a really popular, famous kind of ice cream shop called Salt and Straw. And guess what they have? Well, whilst I was waiting in line for the famous seasonal flavors of ice cream, I saw that they were selling merchandise on the side. So I got out of line and I went and explored. And if you guys are not aware of Salt and Straw, they had previously done a perfume called Waffle Cone. And Waffle Cone was their first culinary perfume with this independent company called Imaginary Authors. Yeah. So Imaginary Authors had Waffle Cone, and that was like an ice cream and caramel, slightly salty, slightly like waffle cone, I guess. Vanilla gourmand that they had that was like a really big success last year or the year before maybe. And now they came up with two new different perfumes, and one of them is a cloud of cocoa, and the other one is called a swoon of citrus. They also had another one which was like something bloom, but that was more like floral and it didn't really have a gourmand note. So I bought these two instead. So these were actually not as expensive as regular perfumes are nowadays. These are like either 65 or 75 or something like that in the ice cream store. So yeah, so they're like maybe like half price like a regular perfume. But let's get started with a cloud of cocoa. So this one is so Imaginary Authors, if you imagine, package their stuff really cutely, and this is basically in like a book format. So it looks like a book, and the back they have about Salt and Straw and the collaboration. So this is Salt and Straw, and this is Imaginary Authors, their logo, and this is the front. So it looks like exactly like the cover of a book, and it says it's a culinary perfume. So this one has notes of Ecuadorian chocolate, malted milkshake, and Japanese whiskey. So yes, so it is quite a nice gourmand. And then on top, there's like a cacao pod, and for some reason they have a parrot. Well, I guess because it's tropical. Okay, so then once we open it opens up in this beautiful format. And I'm just really, impressed by a $60 or $75 perfume that they have this they went through the trouble of doing this really beautiful packaging. And this is like really sturdy packaging, so it stands up just like a book, so you can just put it on a like in a bookshelf or something like that, and everything would just be all together. They're all uniform like that, and then they'll have the name. Well, hey, that's unfortunately they don't have the name of the perfume printed on the title, on the packaging. That would actually be nice, so you can just take things in and out like a book on a bookshelf. But anyways, let's open it up. Okay, so here we go. It's beautifully packaged in this little package by itself, and this is lined with the foam, so it gives when you try to pull it out. As you can see, I didn't struggle, but then it also keeps it very firmly inside. It doesn't fall out. And this is actually magnetized too. Isn't that great? That's lovely. I have to say that I really enjoy the new packagings from Imaginary Authors. I previously bought one several years ago, and their packaging was a lot flimsier, and sometimes it was in this kind of bookish format, but it was thinner material. This wasn't as thick as this. This is like really glossy and thick cardboard, very hard and firm. That other one was kind of like flimsier, and then the perfume kept falling out of the package because it was heavier than this. The structure wasn't strong enough to keep it in. And I had the explosions. What is it? Something explosions. Anyways, that was a really good one. It has a lot of smoky notes with incense and rose, a really jammy rose and saffron and leather. But I did something about it earlier on. But this is a cloud of cocoa. So basically, you have this chocolate milkshake here with the whipped cream on top, and it's really nice. So basically, it's one of the few gourmands and cacao ones that I really like. So it has, when you first spray it, it's also not overwhelmingly sweet. When you first spray it, you get like the dryish cacao powder, and it's only like semi-sweet. And then it has this note that is kind of like, it smells like actual ice cream or milkshake, like melted ice cream. So I don't know how they come up with it. It's not straight up like vanilla or straight up sweet. There's like a lot of nuance in this that it actually smells just like that. So that cacao turns less powdery and it turns more like melted chocolate ice cream or chocolate milkshake. And it has a little bit of woodiness. I guess that's where the Japanese whiskey comes in. It does not smell overly boozy. So those that don't like really alcoholic ones, like I know a lot of people get put off by boozy stuff. There's just a little bit of the whiskey in there that gives it a little bit of a woodiness, I would say. Maybe like the cask of the whiskey. So it's not really boozy, so don't worry about that. But it gives it a little bit of interestingness. So even though this is like a little bit linear, it does have a transition from the powderiness of the cacao in the front and then the back end. The ice cream part is a little bit lingering and very nice. So this is not overly sickeningly sweet. No, not at all. I found that they really did a good job with this. It's very simple, yes. And it's not like a huge beast mode, but it's quite, it doesn't like just disappear. It's not also very obnoxious, you know what I mean, with the sweetness. I found that this was very well composed for 65 or 75 bucks. I forget which one. I also bought like a 3-scoop ice cream to go with it and also treated my cousin to a bunch of stuff, to her own ice cream thing. So I don't exactly know. But yeah, for the price that it comes at, if you want a really good gourmand, but you don't want a lot of like floral notes, you don't want a lot of fruit or whatever, you just want to go straight to the gourmands, I say try this out. Unfortunately, I was not able to find this online because I wanted to go online to imaginaryauthors.com and, get another one for my cousin or for, whatever to see, what else they have on there. But unfortunately, they do not have this on their website for some reason. If you are at a Salt and Straw, there's one in San Francisco. This is the one in Fillmore. But I know they're a chain, so if there might be some at the Salt and Straw ice cream restaurants throughout the country. I don't know how far their distribution is, but if you happen to be in one and you see this, maybe, and you like cocoa or chocolate or, gourmand ones, but you don't like things really sweet or really huge, this might be a fun one to try. It's also not the most expensive too. So yeah, I don't see why, gourmand, straight up gourmands, why they should be that expensive? You know what I mean? When these people can do a great job at like 65 to 75. So yeah, I wish that they were available online for everyone to get. So I would just like link it, but alas, I can't. So that one was a chocolate one. For those that don't like chocolate but love citrus, this is another exciting one right here. So this is a Swoon of Citrus. So basically it has edible notes of key lime pie. Yes, key lime pie. Yes, yes. That's one of my favorite ice cream flavors. And I was like really mad that Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. There was like some hair on my lips caught in my lip balm, and it was really uncomfortable and bothering me. Sorry about that. So key lime pie is one of my most sought after like ice cream flavors. And I remember Ben and Jerry had the key lime pie. It wasn't sold in the pre-packed pints, but they would sell it at their store. And I would go back and try to get it. Like every time I saw it, I would get it, but they don't have it as part of the major menu. And then a lot of Ben and Jerry's actually the stores closed up. So basically, I was only able to eat this like key lime pie flavor for a couple of times in my life. And every time you have something like that where you have really fond memories and you can't freaking find it, it's going to be really tough. And the reason why I love this key lime pie was it was straight up key limes. It tasted so authentic. It was tart like lime and not like lemon, even though key lime is kind of like a lemon, but it has a distinct difference. And it also had a little cloudy, like fluffiness to it and it also had pieces of the graham cracker crust in it as well. So it was like the perfect, like creamy, fluffy, tart, and kind of like nutty, the nuttiness of the crust. You know what I mean? It was just like the most fabulous ice cream ever. But alas, we can't find it. So this is second best, I guess. So it does smell like like key limes in the beginning. And then it has a slightly sweet note of lychee, which is kind of slightly floral, slightly fruity, slightly juicy. And then it also has like a lemony, like woody, lemony, greenish end note to it. So it's really outstanding. I really like this one. It's like a really good pick-me-up. So yeah, let's take a look at it inside. This is it. And these aren't really small. I don't think, okay, well, they are kind of small, but they're not tiny for like $65. Sometimes people are fooled by the package, like, oh, $65 for a whole bottle of perfume. And it turns out it's like 0.5 ounces or 1 ounce or something like that. But this is like a standard 50 milliliter, which is 1.7 fluid ounces, I think. It's a standard small bottle of perfume, not extra small bottle of perfume. And yeah, this one is just like lemon sunshine. You know how like eating key lime pie and lemon meringue pie, those type of things, they just cleanse out your palate. They make your saliva kind of like, run in your mouth and everything, but they're not heavy. This is not heavy. It doesn't turn like a weird, strange thing. It's just delightful. So I will say that this doesn't linger on as long as the cacao one, but citrus scents tend to not linger on as long. Or, I think what might happen is that people get used to the citrus and citrus is kind of like clean, not as oily in terms of like essential oils and like cacao or vanilla or something like that. So, they don't tend to hang on as long. But I get like, several hours out of this. So this is really good. If you're able to get to the store, Salt and Straw ice cream store, yeah, check it out. This might be like a really great thing to have for summer. And, for those watching the wallet, it won't break the bank. I mean, I would rather pay $65 for these gourmands because they're not so sweet. And to me, that's like sophisticated and have fun than spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for like exclusive or something gourmand and have the same effect. You know what I mean? Also, I also like these because they're straight up gourmands. They don't have like all these floral notes or oud or leather or some weird stuff, to go on top of it. They're just exactly what you want. Gourmand, boom, bing. You know what I mean? Straight to it. I don't want to go through like 10 layers of stuff just to have like this type of background when if this was what I was wanting just straight away. Thank you. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.